Andrew Carnegie, The Gospel of Wealth. Andrew Carnegie stands out as a remarkable example of both great ambition and incredible generosity. When he sold his steel company, his wealth was so immense that it equaled approximately 2% of America's economy at the time. Born as the son of a poor weaver in Scotland, Carnegie rose to become one of the most powerful leaders in the American steel industry. His life is a story of hard work, bold dreams, challenges faced, and a legacy of giving back to society. Chapter 1. Born in Hardship. Andrew Carnegie's life began in Dunfermline, Scotland, a historic town where the old traditions of craftsmanship collided with the modern transformations brought by industry. Born on November 25, 1835, Carnegie grew up in a family of modest means. His father, William, was a skilled handloom weaver, creating cloth with care and pride. But with the rise of machine weaving, the demand for handmade textiles declined, leaving William struggling to find work. This economic shift pushed the Carnegie family into financial difficulties. Margaret Carnegie, Andrew's mother, became the backbone of the family. Industrious and determined, she took on small jobs like selling food and mending shoes to keep the household afloat. Her perseverance and ingenuity left a lasting impression on Andrew, teaching him the values of resilience and hard work. In 1848, amid worsening financial conditions, the Carnegie family made a bold decision to seek better opportunities in America. They left their home in Scotland and boarded a crowded ship, enduring a challenging voyage across the Atlantic. When they arrived in Allegheny, Pennsylvania, they found themselves in a bustling industrial city that was undergoing its own transformations. Life remained difficult. Andrew's father continued to struggle to find the steady work, and Margaret once again took on the responsibility of providing for the family. At the age of 13, Andrew began working as a bobbin boy in a cotton factory, earning just $1.20 a week. The work was grueling, involving long hours in a noisy and dangerous environment. But Andrew approached his role with determination, understanding that his family's survival depended on his contributions. Despite the challenges, Carnegie had an insatiable love of learning. He spent his evenings reading books borrowed from Colonel James Anderson's library, a local resource open to working boys. This opportunity transformed Carnegie's life, sparking his passion for knowledge and self-improvement. These early experiences shaped his character and taught him the importance of perseverance, education, and resourcefulness, values that guided him throughout his journey to success. Chapter 2. Rising through the ranks. When Andrew Carnegie turned 18, he secured a job as a telegraph operator with the Pennsylvania Railroad. It was a modest position, but Carnegie saw it as the first step toward a brighter future. He quickly distinguished himself with his ability to interpret telegraph signals by ear, a rare skill that impressed his superiors. One of these leaders, Thomas A. Scott, became a mentor to Carnegie. Scott encouraged him to think critically about business, solve problems efficiently, and understand the power of investment. Carnegie's first major investment was in a company that produced sleeping cars for trains. These luxurious cars were in high demand as railroads expanded across the country. Carnegie saw the potential in the venture and took a calculated risk, which paid off with significant financial returns. This early success boosted his confidence and encouraged him to continue investing in industries with growth potential. Under Scott's guidance, Carnegie learned valuable lessons about managing large operations and planning for the future. His experiences at the Pennsylvania Railroad laid the foundation for his eventual move into the steel industry, where he would revolutionize construction and transportation in America. Chapter 3. Steel and the American Dream. Carnegie's decision to enter the steel industry was transformative, not just for his career, but for the entire nation's economy. Steel was rapidly becoming the material of choice for railroads, bridges, and buildings. Carnegie adopted the Bessemer process, a groundbreaking technology that enabled steel to be produced faster and cheaper than ever before. This gave him an edge over competitors and helped establish steel as the backbone of America's infrastructure. By the early 1870s, Carnegie had founded the Carnegie Steel Company. His mills, equipped with cutting-edge technology, became some of the most efficient in the world. By the 1880s, Carnegie Steel dominated the industry, fueling America's rapid industrialization. Carnegie himself became one of the wealthiest people in the world. Carnegie's business model was unique. He practiced vertical integration, controlling every step of the steel production process, from mining iron ore to transporting finished steel. This allowed him to keep costs low and maintain unmatched efficiency, earning him a reputation as a savvy and ruthless businessman. However, Carnegie's success came with challenges. The workers in his mills faced difficult conditions, low pay, long hours, and dangerous environments. These issues led to the infamous Homestead Strike of 1892, when workers protested wage cuts. Violence erupted between the striking workers and private security forces, resulting in deaths and injuries. Although Carnegie was in Scotland at the time and not directly involved, the strike tarnished his reputation and highlighted the tensions between industrialists and laborers during the Gilded Age. Chapter 4. The Gospel of Wealth. In 1901, Andrew Carnegie sold Carnegie Steel to J.P. Morgan for $480 million, marking a turning point in his life. With his financial success secured, Carnegie turned his attention to philanthropy, his true passion. In his essay, The Gospel of Wealth, published in 1889, Carnegie argued that wealthy individuals had a duty to use their money to benefit society. Carnegie followed through on his beliefs, dedicating much of his fortune to building libraries, universities, and cultural institutions. He funded over 2,500 libraries around the world, believing that access to knowledge was key to self-improvement. Carnegie Mellon University and Carnegie Hall are among the enduring symbols of his generosity. Carnegie also supported efforts to promote peace. He established the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace and funded initiatives to encourage global cooperation. Although World War I disillusioned him, Carnegie remained committed to his vision of education and understanding as tools for achieving harmony. Chapter 5. Legacy and Reflection. Andrew Carnegie passed away on August 11, 1919, at the age of 83 in Lenox, Massachusetts. By the time of his death, he had already given away most of his wealth, donating an estimated $350 million, roughly 90% of his fortune, to philanthropic causes. His belief in the moral duty of the rich to contribute to society shaped the way many viewed wealth and responsibility in the 20th century. Carnegie's legacy is a blend of admiration and critique. On one side, he is celebrated as a visionary who helped build modern America through the steel industry and transformed countless lives through his charitable efforts. The libraries he established became centers of learning and community, accessible to people of all backgrounds. His endowments supported groundbreaking scientific research, arts, and education, creating opportunities that endure to this day. On the other side, his business practices are often scrutinized. The harsh conditions faced by his workers and the bloody conflict of the Homestead Strike remind us of the ethical dilemmas inherent in industrial capitalism. Carnegie's success raises enduring questions about how wealth should be earned and how industries should treat their labor forces. Yet Carnegie's philosophy of giving back remains his most enduring contribution. His concept of philanthropy inspired other wealthy individuals to follow his example, setting a precedent for responsible stewardship of wealth. Figures like John D. Rockefeller and later Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have carried forward Carnegie's belief that those with great financial means have a duty to improve society. Carnegie once said, "The man who dies rich dies disgraced." He lived true to this principle, dedicating his later years to making sure his fortune served the greater good. His institutions, Carnegie Mellon University, Carnegie Hall, and the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, continue to thrive, standing as testaments to his vision and generosity. Andrew Carnegie's life challenges us to think deeply about ambition, wealth, and responsibility. It inspires us to dream big, work hard, and give back. In many ways, his story is not just about one man's journey. It's about the possibilities of change and the impact one person can have on the world.